He's getting on your last nerve. He don't see what you're worth. I know he don't. Cause girl, you're so perfect. He just don't deserve it. That nigga got way too comfortable. And I'm about to take his girl for sure. Cause you're just so perfect. And he just don't deserve it, no. He wanna leave you at home, sitting on the couch, all alone right there by the phone while your boy stepping out. Oh yeah, he wildin' in the club. Fucking, we gon' turn up at the house. Girl, I got 17 shots, switches in the speakers all out. He's so annoying, don't answer your call. You text his phone, he don't respond at all. He keep cheating on you, keep telling you lies. That crazy ex-girlfriend done fucked up your ride. Girl, I got the time and attention you need. That's the main reason you fucking with me. I know you need a real nigga that's gonna lift you up. You wanna be a good girl, I'm sure, but he's getting on your last nerve. He don't see what you're worth. I know he don't. Cause girl, you're so perfect. He just don't deserve it. That nigga got way too comfortable. And I'm about to take his girl for sure. Cause you're just so perfect. And he just don't deserve it, no. Don't you want real love? You deserve it real talk. Somebody that's gonna elevate you, girl, and recognize you going hard. Get your love recognition. You so bad, you feel so good. And everything them other chicks wish they could. And I see why he playing like you ain't his mate.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, U Nation Radio family. It's your girl, Akilah Trinae, and you are tuned in to Love Sessions. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. It's been a minute, so if I'm a little rusty, forgive me. But we have new show, same time, new look, new cast, and new topics. So we're going to just get into it. We're going to introduce everybody that we have here today. And first, we're going to kick it to all the way over on the other side to the boy you know, DJ Ree.
Yo, it's your boy DJ Ree. We're back. New look, new style, new swag for Love Sessions. Again, I'm your boy DJ Ree at DJ Ree 2016 on Instagram and Twitter. Also, look me up as Ree Perkins on Facebook. Go ahead and like us on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram at UNation Radio, Twitter UNation_radio, Facebook UNation Radio, and then connect with us there. Find out what's going on with UNation Radio and Love Sessions. And right now, I'm about to introduce someone new to the team.
Yeah.
Show him some love. We're introducing Charles Handy.
Yo. Hey. What up? Yeah, man, you know, I loves love, you know what I'm saying? So I'm about that life. I don't know, man. It's my first time. I've been up since like 5 this morning, y'all. Like, it was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I woke up this morning at 5.
You was excited about the show?
Nah, because honestly, I had like a low-key like nightmare, and I thought I like missed the show.
Right.
I'm serious. Like,
he got like them first day of school jitters.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, and then I like literally my boy, shout out to my boy Sheldon, because I texted him like, yo, come on the show, and he was gonna come, but he basically thought it was at 10:30 in the morning. So, but it's 10:30 at night, late night vibes, But yeah, basically, I thought it was, you know, long story long. I thought it was at, it was 5 in the morning, but I like literally thought in my dream, he texted me like, bro, ? You know, like damn near like outside, like, right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, for real? I literally was hearing the show in my dream, you know what I'm saying? So anyways.
What were we talking about?
I couldn't understand the show. I could just understand, like, I could just hear a conversation happening where I'm just like, yo, I'm like, did I really just sleep through the damn show? And then, anyways,
well, technically,
shout out,
I guess you did.
Glasses, look, hey, this is so dope, yo. Glasses walked in the building.
That's the doorbell you heard.
Glasses
Ding dong, we had a guest.
Pulled up on us. Yeah, can we get him pull up a chair? I think we're gonna have him sit over.
Yeah, we gotta move DJ. Roscoe's out the seat.
Yeah, hey,
Roscoe's like, get a special seat up in here.
Yeah. So I appreciate this, man. Hey, honestly, Glass has always been a legend to me. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the first one that really put me up on Kendrick Lamar. Like me and my boys was out in Vegas, and we was just out there turning up, and he was performing at a club, and it was like super dope. Next thing I know, he performing one of his tracks. You know what I'm saying? And he bring out Kendrick Lamar, mind you. You know, we didn't even know who Kendrick was at the time, but he was just telling the audience like, yo, this dude is somebody that you need to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so I just ever since then, I always appreciate just like somebody in the game like himself, like that always just knows, has his ears to the streets and also knows what's new and what's next. And so, you know, without further ado, I just wanted to say welcome. You know, appreciate you just responding. You know, that's all. It's just a love session, and just reaching out. Just wanted to show you some love. And I know you got some new music with you, right? You brought something with you.
It's something in the email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah, so I seen you know, you ain't got the glasses there. I seen you on the Breakfast Club. It was like the glasses was the Charlamagne was like, yo, so you gotta whip out the glasses all the time.
Yeah, man. I can't see, so I gotta wear glasses. It's the same to me. It's all good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but this Sharifa and this is the team.
Keela Trinae.
This is a new
radio name.
Yeah, no, this is yeah.
But that's because we've known each other since high
we go
school.
so far back. It's hard.
Don't just go by Sharifa. That sound good.
Well, that's part of my name too. Sharifa Keela Trinae. That's all my name. Norris is my last name.
Why not just go with Sharifa?
Well, Sharifa is beautiful.
Why not just rock with that? That sound good. That sound like
You don't like my Keela Trinae?
I mean, that just long. It's like a website where you got to type in so much stuff, it just get long. Sharifa just sound really good though.
It's straight to the point, right? Straight to the point. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm Sharifa today. Hey, everybody.
But yeah, you that too. Everything, you know, everything is everything. Yeah, today we kind of just like getting our feet off the ground and just introducing like a new show, a new vibe out there, and just really. Honestly, like freestyling it, you know, it's like I was just telling them when you walked in that I woke up at like 5 this morning, just like nervous, like damn, I'm about to do this show. I don't even know what I'm about to do, but I just wanted to, I seriously just wanted to just put something out there in the atmosphere that's like, you know, positive. So, you know, I think it's dope just to have like a group of people that's, you know, coming together. So.
Well, I'll say this: if you would like to call in and join the conversation this evening, you can do so by dialing 323-965-1600, and that's 323-965-1600. If you want to join our conversation, if you want to holla at Glasses Malone, if you want to just, you know, talk to us, then we're going to get to it. I also want to let you know that you can go on Amazon.com, got to do my own plug, to get my novel, Beyond the Hurt. So again, that's Amazon.com, Beyond the Hurt. You might see it back there, but it's hard to view. But it's online, $14.95. It's not that expensive.
I'm waiting for the Audible book.
Audio?
I like the Audible. No.
I mean, eventually, but I'm saying, like, first you have to support, like, you know how, like, when people come out with stuff, you support, you know, the album that they sell out the trunk first, and then, you know, you get the all high-tech stuff and you start downloading from iTunes and SoundCloud and Apple Music and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But you got a great voice for an audiobook, though.
Well, I wouldn't do it.
No, you have to do it.
Yeah, okay.
You have to do it.
Oh, no, that's too much work.
We need to introduce Ant.
Y'all giving me work to do, changing my name.
Shout out to Ant.
What up?
You ain't got a handle.
This is your boy Ant Rose, CEO, in the building across all platforms. We're streaming live on Code Black Live too, so shout out to everybody on Code Black. I'm happy to be here. This is great, man. I like being around just sisters and brothers doing it, making it happen. And Handy was talking about love, which is something I clearly don't know nothing about, but I give great advice, just not to myself. So, you know, let's get into it.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
That's usually how it works. If we are just going to jump into it like that, just to make sure that we show all the love to our guests, because, you know, are you ready for this, Glasses? You ready for this?
Sure.
Okay. My first question for you just to get it started, because this is a question we used to ask all of our guests from previous shows, is do you believe in love at first sight?
Sure. Why not? That's like when I first seen the 57 convertible Bel Air. I was like, I love that car. And I just loved it the same way ever since.
All right.
Gotta be love at first sight. That was the first, when I first seen it, I was like 7. I remember it like, that's the most beautiful car. And I love it the same way today.
Wow.
Okay. So for people who don't really know maybe about you, I'm not the person who's like into rap music like that, but I would like to know a little bit about your like background, like where you from, what's your story, how you get to where you are now.
Lucky. I mean, God just blessed me. Compton and Watts my whole life, the east side of Los Angeles. Did really good in school, got lost in the streets. Hip hop found me. Here we are today. It's really simple. I know it sounds like it should be complex, but it's really simple. It's like straight to the point. And I just fell in love with music probably about 4 years ago. So I was making money off of it way before I loved it.
Oh, okay. I see.
It loved me first. So it's like that girl that loved you first, and then you just be like playing, but you look up one day and you be like, this bitch really loved me. And then you just like start doing right. That's what happened to me with music.
Have you ever, I got a question. You know when they say if you love something, then you'll let it go, and then and if it's meant to be, then it will return back. You know, have you ever had that kind of relationship with music where you almost kind of said, hey, let me try something else, and then music is just like knocking at your door kind of thing where you can't ever be without it?
With music, have I ever let it go? Nah, I love me the first. Like I don't even think I could let it go. Like it wouldn't let me go.
Yeah.
I've thought about letting it go over and over again. You get frustrated. You know, you put your heart and soul in it, and sometimes people don't always hear it, but when you true to it, you know, it work out. It always work out, and it's always worked out. It's always worked out. It's been paying my bills for a long time. It's been giving me the best of everything. Whatever I never wanted much in life anyway. I'm not somebody that was like, I'm not high maintenance. I never cared about new cars or big houses. You know, I always dreamed of a house in Lakewood. You know, family, kids. You know, a pickup truck like an '86 Silverado. You know what I'm saying? With a lift and a 454 engine in it. You know, with a cam.
You're a car guy. See, he's serious about his cars.
Race cars, and I never really cared about nothing nothing hot. Like it, I ain't never really been impressed. So. Yeah. Music is just it's genuine. It had to be genuine. Yeah. That was the only way I could be doing it right now. I've never done anything longer but school. You know, from K through 12, it's the only thing I've done longer than music, right. And I'm about to pass that in about a year. So, I never let it go, or it never let me go.
Yeah.
I always wonder about people who like have a love and a passion for something, if they can have that love and passion for something and, you know, have the same love and passion for a woman and or, you know, man at the same time, or does one always kind of take more than the other?
Every girl I ever dated would probably tell you I love music more than them. I don't think so. I mean,
why would they say that though?
Because how you give your attention, what requires more attention. You know, I always look at a woman as her own entity, and she just wants your attention. Music needs your attention. Like so these songs ain't gonna make theyself.
You in a relationship now? Are you single? You married?
Nah, I'm single.
Okay.
Question. So before you enter in a relationship, would you let them know how important your music is to them and where that is?
That's the mistake I've been making this whole time. I think I need to lie a little bit more. I think a lot of love is built. You gotta lie a little bit. You know, a woman really want that castle.
Yes,
you don't want to show her the house and watch. Be like, this is where we gonna live. It's gonna be wonderful. No, you gotta kind of keep her up in the castle. You know what I'm saying? Mentally. So when you telling some woman you gonna be on the road for 8 months, they all think they can accept it. Or like if they think you got girls, like I meet girls sometimes who feel like, oh well, I'll bring another girl. You know, like they think that's the solution to, you know, whatever they think the problem is. And most of it, like I'm a lot easier probably than the average person that's doing what I do, because you know I don't drink and I don't smoke, so it's easy for me to love somebody. I'm not good with selfish people. Like in a woman, today's woman is a lot more selfish than yesterday's woman.
Amen to that.
So it's rough because they just, you know, they like pay attention to me. You know, they do so many things for you to pay attention to them. You know, they look how much work they getting done to their body, you know, just for men's attention. Wow. And it's like, they all say, oh, I'm doing it for myself. It's like, nah, you're not. But
right, exactly.
If that's what you want to say, cool. But look, you know, look how much attention they want. You know what I mean? So the prettier she is, the worse she gonna be. So
wow.
It's for me going into it now, man. I mean, I have been telling the truth. That's been my problem. That's probably why I don't have no children and I ain't married, because the truth.
No children either?
Nah, the truth is gonna leave you lonely. The truth is a very, it's called the ugly truth. It's called the beautiful lie and the ugly truth. Truth is ugly. Nobody likes ugly. Except me.
Well, it's definitely not all fun and games especially when you're dealing with somebody at a serious level, and you know, I definitely understand the fact that, you know, I think we just different creatures in general, like especially men and women. So you personally, just being a person of this industry, mind you, half the things that happen in music, or I've learned, is it don't even start until damn near 11 o'clock, or, you know what I'm saying, 1 o'clock in the morning. You got shows, you on the road, and I couldn't imagine like how you could get into a new relationship, and it's so much trust that has to be there for somebody to really just, for you to bond with that person and really to say, hey, I believe in whatever you're doing, and I trust you full-heartedly. And, you know, I'm sure that has to be a complicated balance, right?
Once again, I hate clubs. I pretty much hate things that revolve around drinking and smoking.
Dude, I met you. I was in Vegas.
Oh man,
this man is a unicorn.
Yeah, I met you in Vegas, dude.
Like, I hate Vegas.
Oh yeah, nah, that was
literally,
it was a dope
like,
show though.
The coolest thing about Vegas is the room.
Yeah,
you get to escape. But
so you went and got you a bag out there in Vegas, huh? Just did a show.
Just get the bag, man.
Yeah,
the bag is important, but I mean, me and Love got a real intricate thing going on, because it's like I understand it and I understand what it takes, but it requires me to be fake. No different than the music industry. And I haven't got that down yet. Once I can get that down, I'll be cool.
Okay, now in what way it requires you to be fake? Does it go back to this truth thing? Because in the sense of a woman not being in a place or being able to accept the honesty or the truth that you bring?
Well, not that I bring the truth that it is. You know, I try not to even give the selfish analysis of my emotion, how she make me feel. I don't even lean to that. You know, that's just my own world. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to snatch somebody in my world of emotions. You know, I feel like this. Nah, you have too much makeup on. You look like a clown. Like, don't do that. You know, you're beautiful. And it's like everybody else telling you need it, but you got the one person who's supposed to love you telling you, no, you don't. But you rather listen to everybody else, you know. So there's a lot of fugazi stuff about it. So
fugazi.
Yeah, it's like I don't think it's about trust. You know what I'm saying? I think I guess when love is real, you just kind of don't put people in a situation to have to trust. You know, your woman got to trust you doing some shit you ain't got no business doing. She shouldn't have to trust that you gonna go to work and not fuck a bitch. sleep with a woman rather. She shouldn't have to think like that. So most likely she's probably not insecure about you going to work and having sex with some woman, unless you actually got caught having sex with some woman. So it's the extra curricular activities. It's the strip club, and I ain't into that. That ain't.
Do women today feel like relationships wise? Do people have good examples to? Do you meet people that? A lot of us, I feel like, don't come from like really good 2-parent homes that we might have had like examples of roles of a man or roles of a woman in the household. So could that play a part in like when you want to dive into a relationship? They might not even really understand your role in general.
Sure. I mean, it's easy to emulate something that you've seen before if you're looking at it every day. But I mean, I guess what I want to say is if people just understand what they're doing in the relationship, like the roles, like when we say the roles, like you'll meet somebody today that's a feminist and she believes in chivalry. They're like contradicting concepts. They don't even go together. Chivalry and feminist, like you can't want me to open your door and tell me to open your door. Like, you can't want me to open your door and want to open your own door.
Yeah.
You can't want to go 50-50 until the rent get there.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be in your favor. It requires you to recede. It requires you to sometimes recede back a little bit. And that's hard for today's, a lot of today's women. You feel me? They trying to be strong and weak at the same time. So you don't know what the fuck be going on. You be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I feel like you might be battling for the number one spot in the household. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I feel like. I'm like, what I hear a lot, should I say? I'm married. I'm retired out the game. But
were you in the game?
I had a season or two, but yeah, I feel like it's a situation where they be like, hey, I'm the head, or submission is I don't know your views on it, and I would like to get yours too, but it's like, I know the word submission is like probably like damn near almost a curse word, or seem like when you feel like you tell a woman like you need to submit to a man. But personally, I feel like, yeah, the household is you guys, there has to be a head of the household, and it's hard for especially an independent woman that's probably well educated or has a decent job. She feels like I don't have to submit to you, and it's like
that's about the dumbest shit though when you hear independent woman.
Yeah.
What grown ass person don't take care of themselves? A title because you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That means you have to truly believe that a man's supposed to take care of you. So what are you actually losing if you even call yourself an independent woman? Mm-hmm. So with all these retarded niggas making these songs, it's like just the concept. But that's mostly everything going on. It's not about being smart. Motherfuckers ain't really that intelligent. They don't even sit down and think like an independent woman. Like, grown people take care of themselves. That's what grown people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you conceding that, like I said, if you conceding that, you taking care of yourself and you find pride in that, it's like, who finds pride in wiping their own ass?
Yeah.
Like, so what? Like, but once again, you got, shout out to Webby, but it's like a nigga with Webby IQ telling you that you should be proud, or a nigga like Neo tripping. Like, stop doing that. It's just a cool melody, dog, but
don't take it too. Yeah.
Don't rile up the animals, dog. Don't, stop. Don't anger the gorillas, man. Get off the cage, dog. Stop. Don't shake the cage, because you'll have a whole bunch of women just like, now you can't even tell the difference between a transsexual and a woman because everybody is wearing way too much makeup. Feel me? Like, women wearing way more makeup. So now the men could look like women because the one thing they didn't, at first you just had to naturally be a woman, but now the makeup, I seen this thing on Instagram where this girl had like what she would call flaws on her face. I mean, she would call like marks or stuff. Something that a man really don't care about. Mm-hmm. I ain't never heard no man not get no vagina because he said, oh, she got this scar on her face.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't think nobody cares, but she covered her whole face with makeup. And it was just like, you gonna trick some man tonight. And when you lay on that pillow and he wake up, it's gonna be another person there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this bitch?
Yeah.
And I think people don't think about that. So that's why I don't give somebody the fake me.
Well,
the first day you walk in, feel me, you gonna get the truth. You know what I mean? You gonna get who I'm gonna be the last day. I'm gonna open the door the first day because I'm gonna open the door the last day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up the bill the first day because I'm gonna pick up the bill the last day. Like, you not gonna throw me out of character. But I also ain't gonna be something that I'm not. I'm not finna watch no. It's just certain things. I don't understand in a relationship, why do people make each other do stuff that they don't want to do? Like, I'm not gonna make my woman do nothing she don't want to do. And I hope she wouldn't make me go to no stupid ass shit that I don't want to go to neither. Man. That's not what it's about.
What about the compromise? You don't wanna,
I don't believe in that shit.
You heard him say he's not with that.
It's a
because I heard you compare it to the industry, and even when you're talking in the things I'm hearing you say, it's like you got to have like a lot of disappointments and frustrations with the industry and especially the music industry and the imagery and everything and how it is, because like what the music industry is kind of given, especially when it comes to like rap, is the clubbing and the partying and the women and the smoking and the drinking and all of that, and then to be able to come with something that is your truth, you know what I mean, and what's real to you, and wanting to do that and be that in comparison to what's already going on, it's got to be like some frustration.
Nah, not really. I mean, because everybody, like how you keep saying your truth, like I don't live on a my truth basis. I share the universe with everybody, so I only can have a universal truth. Now, what we allow ourselves to concede as what is cool is another thing. What you want to believe for your own personal reasons is one thing. Like, but I only share universal truths. I don't really have personal truths. You know, I don't even waste my time because I'm never going to be able to have this universe to myself. It just ain't going to happen. So I don't even waste my time expressing my feelings. It's just a waste of time telling a motherfucker how I feel. I don't. On my rap records, I don't tell a motherfucker how I feel. This the truth. You know what I mean? Where we from, people gangbanging and having car washes to bury them. You know, that's the truth. That's a universal truth. I don't waste my time trying to express to people how I feel. That shit a waste of time. Everybody they feel something differently. People so selfish, you know, just to live in their own universe of emotions. So, you know, I don't really waste my time even with a woman. I don't always tell her how I feel. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what it is. And, you know, obviously they always want that emotional tie. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, how you feel. Like, how do you feel? And it's like, why? Because I just want to know how you feel.
Because it seems like I'm just like what I'm getting is like, because you want to be able to like know kind of, you know, the person you're with and be able to read kind of those actions that you may do or to understand the things you may say. So it's like trying to get to the feeling of certain things would help the woman to understand, like, okay, this is why he moves this way, or this is, you know, why he does X, Y, and Z.
You can't do that because, first off, women tend to believe that if you sleep with somebody, if you cheat on them, that you don't love them. That's about the biggest lie in the world. Like, that don't got nothing to do with love. So, like, you're right. That's how people think. People like, if you express how you feel, then this is going to be your action. Nah, but everybody's action, it's no manual on love and shit. It's no manual. So it ain't like if you love somebody, you do this. No, it don't. You can love somebody and never marry them a day in your life. That don't mean you don't love them. Yeah. There's no manual that says if you love somebody, this is what you have to do. If you care about somebody, this is what you have to do. If you hate somebody, this is what you. There's no true manual to it. So, like, once again, I don't really do personal truths. I try to do universal truths, really, more than everything.
So let me ask you this: on that note, do you see yourself getting married, or do you see it in that as possible?
The irony is that's the only thing I ever dreamed about.
Really?
I ain't never dreamed about being no rapper or no waste my time with no drug dealer. None of this dumb shit I've been. That's the only thing I ever dreamed about was being a husband, even before a father. But you know, I hope. All you could do is have hope. And I'm not at the point where my will is broken enough yet to where, because I could get married. Don't get me wrong. I could become somebody else and get married, but I don't want to become what I would have to for that to work. Time has to mold me into that person, or it just ain't gonna happen. Or I'm gonna find somebody who's gonna be cool with the person I am today.
All right, I want to get some of the keys to success from you. I just wanted to introduce one of your tracks right now and take a little break. So
Nobody would be the coolest track.
All right, so we see Nobody. This is by Glasses Malone, and let us take it away. I'm working on my DJ thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because Detroit ain't here.
Scripts. Everybody, come on, let's bounce. Come on, bounce. Bounce. Come on, bounce. Bounce. Come on, bounce. 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 Let's bounce. Come on, bounce. Bounce. Come on, bounce. Bounce. Come on, bounce. 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 I know you sunbathing off my sun deck thoroughly. But look up in the sky, watch the sunset early. Hop in this tray, painted sunset pearl. And let's catch the 101 off of Sunset, girl. Glance out the glass, see them hoes in despair. Pimps keep it walking, catching colds in the air. Keep you iced out so you glow when people stare. Treat you so good, let you know that I care. Drop the top down, wind blow through your head. Pop the glove box, little dough up in there. Just spend it at your leisure. Vacations out the country. Shake much more than motherfuckers having seizures. Saying, girl, Jesus, how you gon' play me? Nasty ass niggas send you home with diseases. And I ain't having that. Bad news from the clinic. Snatching up your keys, MasterCards, and your visas. Nobody's gonna love you. Love you. Nobody's gonna love you. Nobody's gonna give you the way I love you. Just see solo arguing, fussing and fights. I wanna make you happy, not fuck up your life. Let's break it all off, then you can touch who you like. Cause I ain't trying to kiss lips that been buffing no mics. He gon' put you out there, you know what busters be like? Swear your mouth bomb and he bustin' it twice. Pull up to his crib, wanna bust in and fight. Cause he made you feel cheap, nigga, busted and tripe. I can say it all now. Better get your life straight. Don't listen to your friend, girl, the bitches might hate. Cause they wanted me first and you wanted me worse. Now that you got me, your love getting sloppy. When the last time you cooked a meal for your poppy? Pay up all your bills, card notes, and your shoppings. Hell of a man on the path to success. It ain't air, breathing air on this earth that can stop me. Nobody's gonna love you. Love you. Nobody's gonna love you. Nobody's gonna give you the way that I love you. Who gon' love you like I do? Keep you on dubs like I do. Let you club type of dude. Nobody. Who gon' keep you looking right? All ankle wrapped up in ice for the sake of being nice. Nobody.
Yo, we back at it again. Just vibed out a little bit to the Nobody track, Glasses Malone. Yeah, check out the SoundCloud.
Dropping knowledge.
Yeah, dropping knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate it. What I wanted to ask you is just, a lot of...
Real quick before you ask the question, because we got a newbie.
Surprise.
I don't think our viewers are very surprised. This is the typical time he drops in. But Dontrell Detroit is in the building.
We're not going to start today. How y'all doing? I'm Dontrell Detroit. Y'all know who I am. Sorry I'm late. Lost my keys today. But go ahead and finish what I was talking about. All
right. Well, speaking of keys, I said a lot of the industry is a lot of key hiding going on, and I just wanted to see what kind of keys to success in this music game would you say are some of the major keys that you could possibly share, Glasses, as far as somebody that's inspiring to step foot into the industry right now.
Just love what you do. I mean, really understand music, don't just get caught up because you got your natural gifts. You know what I'm saying? Learn what you do. If you make music, it might be in your best interest to learn how to operate maybe some of the equipment. Play the piano, the guitar, the bass. From the West Coast, the bass guitar kind of is your friend.
Best friend.
Violin, something about music, be able to contribute in the room outside of just vocally.
And what's something that people don't, you feel like a major, I think you just kind of was touching on it, but it's something as far as being able to contribute. So you feel like it's a factor that people are either they the MC or it's a bus basically in the industry. Sometimes maybe they could pick up a camera, pick up a DJ equipment or something, or somewhere they could contribute, right?
Well, I mean, hip hop in the simplest form is the DJ. So if you're gonna rhyme, probably get a DJ first. I mean, people got away from that. The DJ used to be the producer. He's the band. I mean, you can't even get music without a DJ to a real degree. So get you a DJ first. Find you your own DJ, or you and your DJ learn together. Make sure your DJ want to make music because he's gonna be playing the party, so he gonna understand the rhythm. After that, because this is about music, just being musically inclined more than the average person is gonna be able to help you. So if you planning to become a rapper, find you a DJ. I would do that first.
So for yourself, did you learn how to play anything, or were you
how to play the bass?
Did you take classes, or were you self-taught?
Nah, I got lessons from a good friend of mine, and then I learned how to DJ, engineer, and stuff. But the bass guitar really helped me understand a lot about music. That was probably 3-4 years ago. I got by just off of a lot of natural abilities, being a street guy that, my experience, I was able to talk about it. As black people, we got a natural knack of rhythm.
Yeah, the groove. It's all about the groove.
Talking about what we was going through and, putting it over beats. But the more I started understanding about composing music and finding sonic and frequency ranges to operate in, and understanding just rhythm in general and melody, it's been wonderful. It's more rewarding than even getting a record deal.
I was just about to ask you, so you've had shows. Now, what's the biggest show you've played in, bass-wise?
Audience, probably some stuff with Wayne for 40,000 people or something. When I was with Baby and Wayne.
Which one was better? Because tell me which is better, coming out and them screaming your name, or hitting that low B?
The low B. It's nothing like controlling the music. When you get in front of audiences, some people start rapping for different reasons. Some people need to feel important and relevant. So that's why they do things to be popular and people to say their name and stay in the press. I've been special my whole life. Right. And I don't mean my mom and my dad did a good job. Then I messed up in the streets enough and was young enough to be relevant with selling drugs and low riding and street racing. And I always been a somebody. But controlling music is totally different than, you know, the fans will cheer for anybody. They not. I don't really got that much standards. You know, they're the same person that like the lyricism of Eminem or like the melody of, you know, Lil Yachty.
Oh, I was about to just say Lil Boat.
You feel me? So I really don't trust the fans. You know, like, or like I wouldn't take political advice from like a rapper. Or trust the fans. So being able to control the music is really rewarding.
Now, which did you learn how to first? Because I'm pretty sure you know how to operate a board now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so which helped you the most? Learning with your music, learning how to operate the board, or playing musically?
That's a good question. The board is the final frontier, because at the end of the day, the board is the frequency ranges. That's how you control. You know, you don't necessarily need a bass guitar.
Right.
But, you know, you need to be able to control all of the ranges. And ain't nothing like touching on that SSL, you know, that red and yellow and all the colors, and knowing where they sit at on the, you know, on the Hertz chart. This is just dope. You know what I mean? It's an amazing experience. And
to me, they were one and the same. Because you can have, because even if you, when you, because I learned how to engineer before I picked up the bass, or the same year I was picking up the bass.
Right.
And then so it was like, well, I know the knobs, you know, but now getting something to have these worth, because if I ain't got nothing to EQ or nothing. So then it's like, oh, okay. But then if you get a nasty sounding situation, now we can make that all better through.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't disagree with that at all.
But if I had a choice, I would rather be the musician than the artist any day.
I wouldn't want to be neither one. I just want to be the person controlling the sound.
And when you say that, you mean somebody that's in the, like, what do you mean, like literally like controlling like an orchestra?
Like Quincy Jones in the room.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, like Dr. Dre in the room.
Yeah.
That's harnessing everything together.
Mm-hmm.
So is that kind of where you're going? You know,
I'm already there. Yeah, I'm already. Yeah. I done got my own label deal that we announced at the top of the year. I'm there.
So talk about how hard that is. When I think of controlling the sound, I've been in the place a lot of times, and it's hard for somebody to say, all right, this sounds good here. Take this out here. Bring this in here. This needs to be a little quieter here. Or even before you even get to that part, having that whole idea. I think that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen about Quincy, because we had this tendency to think that old people don't know nothing. Our parents, our elders, our moms don't know nothing.
My dad, man, when my dad tell me something, I
listen
almost
now.
can't even remember he was wrong.
No, that's true.
But you're right. Yeah.
I remember
when
listening.
I was young, I was like, I blew up a race car not listening to him. So if I'd have listened, I would have still had the car running. I wouldn't. Right. Cost me a couple $1,000s.
But I remember watching American Idol, and Quincy was on there, him and Barry, and then they were talking, and I was like,
what the fuck are they talking about?
I knew it, but I was like, the thing that they were so profound and still new, and I'm like,
the thing about it is, man, when you get at that level of where they at, let's specifically for this part of the question, the dialogue is different. What they saying, it's like Magic Johnson trying to coach. I think they're past the point of coaching like regular people. Like you need to be in a room with other people that are extreme talent. Yeah. You know, they ain't like the dude that coached Allen Iverson. They like Phil Jackson at this point.
They need to be with Michael.
I play with Shaq and Kobe and Mike and Pippen. Yeah. I mean, it ain't really room for, you know, Eric Snow.
Yeah, pretty much.
You wrong.
No, for real. No, like I love Eric Snow, but it's just different. Like, but the dude for the Sixers, what's his name? Larry Brown. He's a great coach with anybody. You could put Larry. We'll go to the playoffs with Larry Brown. Us in this room.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, he's a great coach of that. But control. I don't know, man. You know, I think that's what I've always been good at, like racing cars and selling PCP and gangbanging. I was good at controlling, not necessarily making people, controlling so we can all get what we want. And, you know, part of it, I'm not, you know, Beethoven. I just listen to this. My respect for the music has changed so deeply, and I know so much of it that you know, when I'm making something that's a funk, I already know where the mids is supposed to sit at. You know, I know where the highs. I ain't gonna make the highs too whistly. You know, if I want to go R&B, you know, my respect for it makes me so I understand what somebody else is composing. Even when they making a beat, I already know what they trying to do because I know the song either feels like or I know the song, like I love it that much.
So how has it changed how you sonically listen to something, especially back in the day?
Oh, I didn't think I listened to nothing. I just, if I could talk that shit over it, I would rap over it. You know, it would have to be, it had to have teeth on it, you know what I mean? Because I would need to grip it, you know, feel it. But I mean, I couldn't explain nothing to you. Like, I didn't have any idea at first. Like, I don't know how they paid me without having any idea. I said on the Breakfast Club in the interview, like, I don't know why did they tripping. They should have never gave me that check.
I don't know if you remember it, but I want you to go back and listen to 112 Anywhere.
Sure.
And there's chord changes in there that just make no sense. And I'm like, who would think to do that? Like, and we all hear it, but when I start making music, I felt it, and I was like,
yeah,
like
it's right there.
My face can't even stay straight anymore after going to school.
And that's why I wouldn't want to be a musician, because it's such a beautiful, like, all of these things, like, I want to have enough respect. I learned how to play the bass just so I could respect funk music. You know, I learned how to DJ just so I could respect Head, my DJ. I learned how to engineer just so I could have respect for the person who actually got to touch the stuff that's mixing. Like, I wanted the conversation so I could tell them. So it's like I vested myself in what you do because I care about it enough to when we having this conversation, you know what I'm trying to reach for. If it's inside of you, you could pull it out. So, I don't know, man. Like, I just did this song the other day and all I could hear was James Brown. So when I'm rapping around this melody, everybody in the room is like, man, that's crazy how you did that. And I'm like, yeah, it's just James Brown. But they can't hear it like that because they're not looking at it. You know, it's not just like, I feel good. I just know he was going around melodies and I understand the melody he was going around that was matching his sound. I'm in it. So, you know, when you love it, you know it.
And I didn't realize how much his drum sample was in.
Yeah, it was always on the one. It was crazy. Yeah, everything. Because he would have 2 or 3 drummers on stage at the same time. You know, it's funny because his rival invented what we call rap. You know, which is Big Joe Tex. He called it rapping first. He's the first one that says I'm rapping. Most people don't know that. I know I tripped off of it too. And go just look it up though. And he came up with rapping, that expression, like how he would perform over music. That's what he called rapping. If you listen to him, he sound like he rapping, but he got this melody, so it's closer to Nelly, or Snoop, but it's like rapping. And then, you know, the stuff James does is the basis of hip hop, the drums. You know, you can pretty much take melody and put it over his drums, and it's a rap song.
And you straight.
Yeah. So,
speaking of the beginnings of rap and hip hop, have you been able to check out the Get Down?
Nah, I don't really watch all produce shows.
Oh, okay.
But it look cool.
It just was such a good example of like what was going on at the time when hip hop was like created and everything.
You know what's funny, man? Like when I was in New York, I just went on this mad pilgrimage probably about 9 months ago. Where I just really went into all of the areas that basis of funk. And I just stopped in all of these towns. And I realized, so a lot of people know, like they don't even know who would be considered, like, you know, if you know Kool Herc, people don't even know. Like I said, the DJ, people don't emphasize, that show is cool because it does emphasize. I never watched it, but I seen a preview where they emphasize on the DJ.
It's about the DJ.
Yeah, 100%.
Is
about the DJ.
hip hop.
Yeah.
But people don't know, like Kool Herc, people don't know who Kool Herc MC was. Like the love I have for it is different. It just changed. Like my first passion in life is drag racing cars. That's my heart and soul. So music, it wasn't that much room, and it finally came, and it was like it possessed me. But you know, when you start learning about it, like that's why I listen to a lot of artists. Like I won't, like certain artists, if they don't make music that you can have a good time to, I don't want to hear that shit. Hip hop is a party. It ain't always you making my whole life boring trying to preach. Shut your ass up, dog, and just let the flow happen. Let's have a good time because this was our escape. You know what I'm saying? And we would, you know, you come to this party inside the projects and to the rec room, and you just get to feel free. Sometimes people keep trying to stick you back into the situation you're trying to get out of, and you're not gonna learn. It's not always about that.
All right,
I like when hip hop is a really good time.
I gotta ask you this, so I want to know, what did you see to originally to make you to realize Kendrick was gonna be Kendrick?
He loved it. He loved it before I ever thought about loving it. As a kid, he loved it. When I first met Kendrick, he loved it.
Mm-hmm.
He loves it. I just started loving it, 2012 when I made That Good. That was my first love song that I loved hip hop. When you hear That Good with Ty, that was my first one. I started loving it at that point. But the first day I met that little dude, he loved it. Dot loved it. K-Dot loves music. He loves it. He loves hip hop. And people haven't even seen him yet.
Yeah.
What y'all getting is the version I believe he think he needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
When people finally get to see K-Dot for who he is and how much fun he is, because right now you can't really see his true personality. You just seeing this nigga standing on the soapbox.
Yeah.
That motherfucker got layers. That motherfucker is probably one of the funniest people I know, the most entertaining. And you could never know that. You would not look at Kendrick and think, that nigga is hilarious. He's a fucking comedian.
Yeah.
Them niggas, people don't know Dot is funny because, like I said, I just want to go kick the soapbox from up under him sometimes. Cause hey, get off of that.
Yeah.
You got
How
so
much
more to
room
offer.
is there for that? You know what I mean? Because I know you speak a lot about being genuine to who you are and the truth and all that. How much room is there in the industry and to be at the level of Kendrick Lamar to be able to expose all of that? I mean, who he is and all the different facets of his personality and because
Drake.
some people don't want people to be anything more than.
Man, listen, Kendrick is a likable guy. You think you like soapbox Kendrick? Watch Kendrick. Look at Dot as Dot. Soapbox Kendrick is cool. All y'all getting is cool Kendrick. Y'all ain't even seen Kendrick the Great.
But I would rather meet that Kendrick.
Kendrick the Great would sell 5 million albums.
It seems like he's on a mission to prove, or we got so much going on that he has to be conscious about.
Yeah, it's fuck that. You don't got to be Malcolm X for everybody. It's cool to do it on a song or two, bro.
Yeah.
But you could. He would make better party songs than every artist out.
Wow.
Because he's a riot.
He hasn't really went into that at all.
If y'all ever, get to meet, I was blessed to spend a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
I've been on tour with this dude, back room, Louisiana Fried, just everything. That little dude is probably one of the coolest people you'll ever meet in life. And I mean, he not, like I said, it's like J. Cole is a cool guy, real, stand-up guy. Drake is, a really entertaining person. It's not a lot of personality in person. He's a very much an on-screen personality guy. I remember when he first came to Cash Money when I was there, when I was signed there. K-Dot is so, he's bigger than life. And you can't tell, personally, my opinion, if people got to see him be him, bro,
I'm laughing. I'm thinking about him the time that he crashed that wedding and started dabbing.
That's him. That's him.
But that was the most unexpected thing, at least for people that don't.
But see, and that's what bothers me, that people see that and be like, oh man, they think that's, and it's like, no, this is him all the time.
Because how are we to know?
No, and that's my point. And it's hard for me as we always talk about it. When I talk to him, it's like people haven't really seen him. You just seeing this very small, slight dimension of him, where he feels. I agree. It's like a responsibility of his platform, to where he needs to,
Because everybody can't frame it and bring it to the forefront of how he does, and then correlate it. Because I like Lupe, and then there's another cat.
Lupe is a street dude.
Yeah, but some of these people be so smart and articulate, it makes you dumb because nobody else can understand you.
And that's the thing. Dot is so funny. He's probably he's by far the funniest person in TDE, and you couldn't tell that. He's probably the funniest person over the last 10 years. People in the music business I met, it's probably hard. Between him and T-Pain, that would be the competition.
Wow.
Because Dot is really that funny. Like, Dot is funny. Like, I'm talking about, fall on the ground, faint funny.
Sound like he need to do some movies or something.
And that's the thing. Like,
stand up.
I think, like I said, I don't know, and I just, like I said, I think it's so much pressure. And don't get me wrong, I think he likes it, but I just think that, man, if people really got to, you think you love him now, man, like you would feel how I feel about it. Yeah. Like, you don't have that right now. You just mesmerized by a personality in a stance. You don't really get to, like, hanging with that dude is like, like I said, when you ask me, like, how did I see it, this nigga is the total package. He's fucking hilarious. He reads enough to be smart. He's mindful enough. He's compassionate. He's a good dude. He's a stander. He'll fight. I remember he was gonna fight on the Tech 9 tour bus with the bus manager because Ali got into it with another dude, the engineer, got into it with a nigga, and Kendrick was cussing out the tour manager, and the tour manager told him he wasn't gonna be shit. That was his mistake.
Right.
So
he's on the wrong side of history.
and I mean, like I said, people, they haven't really got to see him. I pray y'all get to see the person I know, because if y'all did, the first day you see it, you'll be thinking, like, this interview gonna come to your mind, like, oh, that's what he was talking about. Because he's, like, you think Drake is funny, like, Drake is like corny funny.
He's refined, like.
He's like an actor.
Degrassi.
Well, he is an actor.
I mean, like, for real, like, not dissing him, like, that's his profession.
Right.
I mean, even as a rapper, he's acting like a rapper.
Oh,
right.
So you're not talking about his you don't like his, the written
it's a persona. I think that's what he's saying.
No, okay. I don't think. Drake has been an excellent dude
for that,
but he's all of this is polished material. From day one, it was polished material. Like, it's not raw in him. You seeing what a polished diamond look like at his best with him. He's a polished. When I first seen him at the label, he's a polished diamond. Straight up. Dot, you ain't even, like, Drake is at the that's it. Drake is on the other end of where people finna stop liking him. You can remember I told you that, because they had to force this record down a lot of people's throat, because this is a Toronto nigga doing dancehall. It's
patois. He was in the patois.
It's a little pushy, so you could already see it's getting to a place to where it's like, you got to make a decision, because you ain't gonna be able to keep just doing this. You haven't even got to see, like, and that's Drake on 13. You know what I mean, out of 10. You haven't even seen 5 of Kendrick. You're looking at 3 or 4 that you think you love. You see Kendrick at 9, man. Like, you're a fan.
I remember that controller verse. I thought that shook up the whole game for a little bit.
That was some pussy shit. That was some shit we used to do in the back room on the same songs with each other. And they don't want to see that boy. That boy.
That's what I'm saying. Once he came out with the track, it seemed like he got no response from the names that he said. Everybody else came with a response except.
If I ever told you, man, that's the shit we do in the back. When we all, me, Q, him, Soul, J-Rod, all of us be back, we do that to each other. Like, that was the mission. Right to this day, it's certain freestyles you can pull out with me and J-Rock. Like, we gonna talk. Like, it's gonna go. This is, we competing. And so that little shit wasn't nothing.
Yeah, that was a light jab.
But that's because all of these niggas is kumbaya, and they not pushing themselves to be better than each other. They doing gimmicks, and everybody got a gimmick. It's not just like, like where Pac, who really didn't dislike Big, obviously, because but it's like people pushing themselves to make the best music in the game, and they're not pushing themselves. Right now, everybody is trying to,
take
Malcolm X,
take pictures with each other.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther, feel me, as a rapper, and it's like, now rap is the renegade, my nigga. Like, rap, the people that sold 6 million was the niggas that mainstream America didn't support. They showed Tupac. Tupac wasn't on, on CNN, you feel me, or with Larry. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't happening. Hip hop in its finest moment is offensive. At its best, it's offensive. Unless you go Nelly or MC Hammer, where you go, this really easy to enjoy.
Hammer, Oakland.
Yeah, but in its finest hour, hip hop is rude and offensive, and that's what everybody love about it.
Sorry, cause y'all, we about to roll out, but I just wanted to give you the final word of the day. I'm gonna get to you, Glasses, and just give us something to motivate us through the week. For the rest of the week, give us an inspirational quote or something, a bar. I don't know.
A bar.
One bar.
What am I talking about? I mean, I ain't Jerry Springer.
Oh man, I threw y'all. Hey, I just want to tell everybody to stay motivated, and I appreciate you so much for coming by.
I guess, man. The thing is, man, is just we all got our own thing, man. Just don't let nobody make you do something you don't do. Do what you do, and just learn how to make money at it, make a living at it. Not even make money, make a living at it. Mm-hmm. But stay true to what you do. If you if you really find what you do, don't let everybody pressure you into being what you don't do. Just do what you do, and the more you learn about it, the world will pay you. The world will pay your bills. Straight up. I mean, just stay true. Stay
true.
I'm getting no deeper than that. Need the world to pay my bills.
All right.
But
yeah. Your famous sign-off thing.
Anywho, it's been a great night. Again, sorry for the belated version of me, but this has been Love Sessions from DJ Ree, Aquila Trinae, the new man in the building, Charles Handy. C Slim, and Glasses Malone. I am Doncho Detroit. Take us out. Yeah.
Pushing division, baby. Dollar sign. I got that good dick, girl. I already know that I'm shit, girl. And if I fuck with you, then you shit too. Girl, stop playing with that shit, dude. Dollar sign pushing the label, baby. The whole team been getting paper, baby. Presidential rollies in them red bottoms. Anything decent, bitch, you know I got it. You know I got it where the ladies at. If you got some good pussy, baby, say yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah. If it tastes like water, let me hear you holler. In the club with the homies popping all the bottles.
Going to the bar. Girl, you fucking with a star. I like the way you went.